That's like 1 hour a day.
Sleep doesn't count?
Sleep does not count, but you cannot bond to sleep.
So with so many people looking for love nowadays, what can we tell them about how to form a good relationship?
We really know what the basis of a good relationship, what a secure, loving bond that's going to last through time. We really know what that is now.
Okay.
If you think about the key question in a love relationship, are you there for me? A-R-E, are you there? All the bonding research says that a secure bond is based on people being accessible to each other, responsive to each other, and engaged. So accessible means that I can kind of call to you and you'll turn towards me and you'll look at me, you'll give me your attention, you'll respond, and that responsive to me. If I call you and I say, Melanie, I feel upset, you'll move closer to me, you'll look at me, you'll tune into me, you'll engage with me. This emotional responsiveness and connection is what creates a secure bond. As long as a couple can do that, they can fight, they can be different, they can disagree, they can get enraged with each other, you know, they can have periods where they're separate, right? And they can deal with all kinds of differences. As long as they can turn towards each other and create this emotional responsiveness, we know that that's the basis of a secure bond between a mother and child, a father and a child, between siblings, between romantic partners. That's the glue, that's the stuff that makes a difference. That's what counts in the end.
I like to also divide it to 3 things, just a little bit different. I think that, and then all of them are important, and I think sometimes couples have just 1 or 2 of them, and they're feeling like something is missing. And those 3 things that I keep seeing is, 1 is friendship. It's like if you're in a good relationship, you have friendship, meaning like you have some things in common and interest, you respect each other, and you share with each other, you share what's going on for you, you get support and you get advice, and so you're really helping each other. The second one is romance. So in romance, it's about, for example, physical affection. Do you touch each other? Do you kiss? You know, do you cuddle at night? But it's also about emotional connection. Like, do you say to your partner, I love you, I care about you, you're important in my life? Or show to them that they're special in any other way, like gestures or surprises or gifts. And then the third one is sexuality. Because in sexuality, you really want to know that you know how to bring passion into your relationship. You want to know what makes your partner feel desired, what makes them feel good about themselves when it comes to sexuality. And you want to know that you're able to be present with them and really engaged as you're having sex. So when you have all those 3 together, your relationship is really good.
And I would agree about the love and the connection and the sexuality. Sexuality doesn't get enough emphasis, in my opinion, because it's always separated out as something different. But I think the other piece of that is time together. There is an amount of quality time in order for people to be connected with each other. And it was an interesting study about people who are low income actually spend more time together as a couple than people who have more income, because they're working longer hours, they're engaged in other activities. Resources are, I guess, more plentiful to go and do opposite things, where couples who have to work together as a team around their children and their finances actually end up spending more time together. And time is very precious, and most couples do not spend enough time. 15 hours a week was something that somebody put out once that I heard. So I actually decided to try it out and see what would happen. So first of all, I discovered that I wasn't spending 15 hours a week with my husband. Because you think about it, that's like 1 hour a day.
Sleep doesn't count?
Sleep does not count, but you cannot bond to sleep because even though you're touching, it doesn't work. And that leaves 4, 7, 10, 11 more hours on the weekend. That means you have to spend most of your weekend together if you're going to get those 15 hours in. And so it seems that if you're under 7 hours, then you're going to be in conflict just because you're aggravated and irritable because you haven't been connecting with each other.
That's fascinating.
Physically and with time. And it also gives you an opportunity to find out what your common interests are or could be, because that's part of the fun of a relationship over time, is you get to learn more about what my interests are. Let's try this. Okay, I'll try it. Well, guess what? I love this and you love this, and we do it together and enjoy our time together. So that's another important piece from my point of view.
I find that when people come in for therapy, they could be coming in because they're not sure about their relationship or they're ambivalent about who they're with. And sometimes I start asking them questions about how do they feel safe with each other? Do they feel like they're getting their needs met? Do they feel comfortable reaching for their partner? And I think if they can answer some of those questions, and maybe it just needs a little bit of tweaking or help, I think that they have a foundation for a very good relationship. And another piece of it is their philosophy towards life and the future and their goals and their values, and those things really ought to line up. And these are definitely questions that somebody should be finding out before they commit to somebody.
So for someone to know that they're in a good relationship, it sounds like there's trust and there's bonding, intimacy with eye contact, you know, what you said about melting and softening up, that they love to spend time together, that they're friends and that they connect on that level, and that they really want to be with each other. And I think if you have those 4 things along with some fun, that's a good sign that you're in a good relationship.